How you doing, guys? Welcome back to Cafe Unboxed with me, Rory, and this is the Xiaomi Mi A1. Excited about this for a few reasons, mainly because it's an Android One phone, it's in partnership with Google, and it's a Xiaomi. It's my first Xiaomi. Actually, it's not my first Xiaomi, it's me using my first Xiaomi. It's not, this phone doesn't actually belong to me, it belongs to a friend of mine. I actually pre-ordered this when it came out originally about 2 months ago, but Gearbest were effing me around there, so I ended up cancelling the order, getting a refund, and in the meantime, a mate of mine asked me, I want a good phone, I don't want to spend a lot of money, what would you recommend? And this is the phone I recommended him to get, and he ended up getting it. Now, I actually did do an unboxing and play around with it for a few days ago to give you an idea, give you guys an idea of what it's actually like. So basically with this phone, like I said, it's an Android One phone, so unless you have a Google Pixel or a Pixel 2, these phones, in theory, are supposed to be first for upgrades, software updates, which sounds nice. If it works all and well, fantastic. If it doesn't, maybe have a word with them, okay? So I'll give you an idea of some of the spec, and we'll do an unboxing and let you guys know what I actually think of the phone after using it for a few days, okay? So some of the spec, okay? So it's got a dual 12 megapixel camera. It's got the pure Android experience, so it's basically just complete, it's complete stock Android. It's got a Snapdragon 625. It's got a 5.5 inch full HD display, 4 gig of RAM, 64 gig of storage, 3080 milliamp hour battery, and it's dual SIM, okay? And it has expandable storage and up to 128 gig, okay? So what we'll do is do an unboxing and give you an idea of what I think of the phone, okay? So when I got the phone, actually, it came to me, not to my mate. So when I actually got this phone, it arrived and it looked pretty sleek. I love the minimalist design in the box of Xiaomi. Thumbs up to that one. I love the way you're kind of super minimalist, and I love the unboxing, okay? I love the unboxings. So in the box, you get the phone itself. We went for the black on this one. You can also get kind of like a rose gold, and you can get a gold version, and you can get like a black version. This is the black one. So we'll pop the phone out, that's the phone, and we leave it to one side for a second, okay? And then we'll talk to you what's in the box. In the box, you get another little kind of box inside the box. Box in a box. Ha, how about that? And that's it. So on the bottom of the box, you get your SIM ejection tool, pretty decent. In the box, you get, this is a basic budget phone, okay? So it's going to be a bare bones unboxing experience. You get your USB Type-C charging cable. Good to see it's USB Type-C, and you get your power brick, okay? Which does support fast charge, by the way, and it's a European version. It's the global version. Well, not the global version. It's the European or the English UK version, which is good because a lot of the time when we do order a cheap Chinese phone, they send you out those really crappy cheap adapters that I do not trust and I wouldn't use, so they end up just being straight into the bin. Okay, so that's the power brick. Also in the box, you get your papers, warranties, and rubbish. Okay, so put all that stuff to one side and let's move on to the phone. This is the phone in question. We went for the black variant. I'll go ahead and power it on. So it's actually powered on already. We went for the black variant. And what I'd say about this phone is, straight off the bat, I absolutely love the design. I love it. Super, super sleek. Feels amazing in the hand. It's a unibody design. Very, very slim. On the back, you have your dual megapixel, your 12 megapixel camera setup, and you have your fingerprint sensor. On the side, one side of the phone, you have your SIM ejection tray. On the other side of the phone, you have your power on and off button and your volume up and down rockers. On the top of your phone, you have your mic or your speaker, and on the bottom of your phone, or your mic, sorry, on the bottom of your phone, you have your USB Type-C charging port and your single firing speaker, okay? And good to see, now I know it is a budget phone, but you still have your 3.5mm headphone jack, okay? So basically, first impressions of the phone, I did take it out of the box. It was absolutely almost identical to the Xiaomi Mi Max 2, which is the next video I'm doing, okay? I just want to spend a bit more time with it because that bad boy is big. But it's absolutely identical to the Xiaomi Mi Max 2, apart from the dual camera setup on the back. Feels amazing in the hand. Like I said, it's a unibody design. It's a little bit slippery and it is black, so remember guys, that is going to be a scratch and fingerprint magnet. Any mark on that phone, you're going to see it before you see it on a phone of a lighter color, like on a gold or a white, okay? The fingerprint sensor, the one thing I will say straight away, which I noticed almost straight away, was the fact that the fingerprint sensor on this isn't as good as the fingerprint sensor on the Xiaomi Mi Max 2. It's not as snappy and it's not as quick. It is pretty accurate and it works all the time, every time, but it's just not as fast as the Xiaomi Mi Max 2. It's not a giveaway, it's not kind of going to throw me off the phone by any means. It just, there seems to be a little bit of a delay from when you put your finger on the sensor to when the phone actually unlocks. By any means, I've seen slower phones out there for sure. This isn't slow as them, but it's still not as fast as the Xiaomi Mi Max 2, which is wicked fast, okay? The camera on this is pretty decent as well. So it has a dual 12 megapixel camera setup on the back. I have took a few photos with this, and it's pretty decent to say the least. I have taken a couple of photos with this, and I'm not too sure. I'll show you guys, and you can see some really, really nice, you're not going to see there anyways, but I'm telling you, you can see nice clarity, really good color. But that was kind of a portrait mode, so it did kind of a bokeh effect on the background. It did slightly blur out the background. It wasn't as good as the OnePlus 5. Look, I thought that was one of the best bokeh effect camera setups I've seen. But this one in particular is also very, very good. Now remember guys, this is a €220 phone. So you might be expecting much, but you're getting a lot. Okay, so this in theory will be a lot more than you bargained for. Okay, and I'm guessing you're going to be very, very happy with the phone. Also, it's basically stock Android, so you don't have to download a third-party launcher like Nova Launcher or Google Now. That is already pre-installed on that. So obviously you swipe up from the bottom to access your apps or the app drawer, and you're going to get minimal bloatware, and you're going to get minimal apps on that, just the very, very basic, which is very good. Has 4 gig of RAM and a Snapdragon 625, so it's absolutely going to fly through any job that you give this to do. Okay, so if you're open multiple apps at the same time, it's going to fly through them. Like I did say before in my previous videos, I didn't game on this because I'm not a big gamer on mobile devices unless it's like a Nintendo Switch, which is a dedicated gaming machine. So I didn't try any games on this, but I'm guessing kind of graphic intensive games, they're not going to be too bad on this because you're not going to be overloading it with shit in the first place, okay? Completely stock Android experience, which is good, very, very fluid, very clean, very fast. I love that on phones, the faster, the quicker, the better. I'm actually doing an experiment as we speak. I actually switched to an iPhone 7 Plus, and I'm playing around with that for a while, and I only got the 32 gig variant of that. It's pretty slow. I'm liking the kind of intuitive gesture control on iOS 11, but it's pretty damn slow, okay? So and this has 64 gig and 4 gig of RAM, and already, and it's not an iPhone, and it's not near the price of an iPhone, but it's already way faster than that. It really, really is. I've been using the iPhone on and off for about 2 days now. I'm liking it in some areas, and I'm not liking it in other areas, but I'm just telling you right now, this Xiaomi for €220 absolutely blows it out of the water when it comes to speed. Maybe it's the fact that I got the lower kind of memory model on the iPhones. But what I was going to say about the phone, on the bottom you have your light up on screen, your capacitive buttons on the bottom. They're not tactile, but they do light up, which is very good. You do have a notification display as well, and it does take expandable storage. The one thing I'm missing while I'm using the iPhone, I'm sorry this video is not about an iPhone, I'm just letting you know there's absolutely no notification light in that phone. And that is a big, big no-no for me. Plus the fingerprint sensor isn't that good. But it's a big no-no for me. I think in 2017, no matter if you're spending 80 quid on a phone or 800 euros on a phone, I think they should have notification lights. I think it's just a given now, okay? What else will I say about it? The buttons on the side are pretty tactile. It has a SIM ejection tray, so like I said, you can't put expandable storage on that. It has USB Type-C and it's got fast charge. And I'm not going to say it's good to see it has a headphone jack. I don't really care if it has a headphone jack or not, or a headphone port. It doesn't make any difference to me because I do everything through wireless anyway. And the camera quality is pretty decent. So listen, I'm going to give a shout out to my mate Peter Watch. It's actually his phone. He let me do an unboxing and use it before he used it at all. So I have to give him a massive shout out for that. But basically what I'm saying to you is, if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you want a really, really good phone that's got decent spec and a really nice 5.5 inch full HD display, go and buy this phone. Really, really go and buy it. Consider it. Don't be fucking stupid spending bigger money on a phone of lesser specs just because it's Xiaomi. Okay, we're in Ireland. Xiaomi are not known over here. So for me trying to explain to Xiaomi, to a person over here that's been living on Samsungs their whole life, and they don't even know what Huawei is, and Huawei are making massive leaps when it comes to phones in this country, I'm basically saying Xiaomi are the new Huawei. Probably bigger, they make a lot more stuff than Huawei do, products wise, but they're going to be equally as popular over here. They need to just get into this European market. They need to get in there fast because their phones are hardcore, okay? So guys, the brightness on this as well, it does reach decent levels of brightness. And like I said, because it's an Android one, that's like max brightness right there. And I don't want to show you too much because you're not going, obviously you can't see a thing, but I will take the brightness down on it so you have a better idea of what it's like. So that is just basically the display with the stock Android experience on it. It's just basically Google Now Launcher. But what I will say is, because it's an Android one phone, you are going to get software updates on this. And I'm doing this inverted commas for a reason, guys. You're in theory going to get software updates on this faster than any other phone apart from an actual Google device. Okay, now hopefully they stick to their guns and they do that, because this is running Android 7.1.2 at the moment, which is just below Android 8. So hopefully pretty soon you should get Peter should get enough software update for this. And if he does, fair play to you, Peter. You're going to be one of very few phones around running Android 8, because we just do not get software updates out here pretty quick, okay? So that is it, guys. If you like my videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know what you think. But this, in my opinion, is definitely, as far as specs and price-wise goes, this is an absolutely 10 out of 10 phone. I mean, it really is. Apart from the slowness of the fingerprint sensor, I cannot take anything else away from this phone, okay? So that's it, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a like, or subscribe to my channel. And the next time you see me, we're going to be doing a review of the Xiaomi Mi Max 2, and then we're going to be doing the review of my iPhone experiment, which hopefully might work, because I'm thinking it might. Never had an iPhone, but I'm kind of liking it. I think I'll get an iPhone 8 though, not the iPhone X. They're stupid price. Okay, that's it, guys. That is my unboxing and first impressions of Xiaomi Mi A1. Okay, definitely go and get it for yourselves, because you're going to love it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time on Cafe Unboxed.